When is the best time to sell stocks for tax purposes? Well, if you're looking for ways to minimize the tax impact on your portfolio, this is a question you're probably grappling with right now. And you should be, because the timing of your stock sales can make a big difference in how much you end up paying to the IRS. Now, before we dive into strategies, it's crucial to understand how selling stocks impacts your taxes. The IRS taxes capital gains on the sale of investments, but how much you pay depends on how long you've held the stocks. If you sell stocks you've held for more than a year, you'll typically qualify for long-term capital gains rates, which are much lower than short-term rates. Short-term capital gains, on the other hand, are taxed as ordinary income, which could put you in a much higher tax bracket. So, timing your sales to hold onto your stocks long enough to benefit from long-term capital gains is an important first step. If you're looking to sell stocks to generate cash for a big expense, or you need to rebalance your portfolio, don't rush into selling them all at once. A key tax strategy is spreading your sales over multiple years, especially if you're nearing the threshold that would push you into a higher tax bracket. By strategically spacing out your sales, you reduce the risk of triggering that higher rate. You want to avoid a situation where a single sale bumps you into a higher tax bracket. Another strategy to consider is tax loss harvesting. This is a tactic where you sell investments at a loss to offset gains elsewhere in your portfolio. This can be a great way to lower your taxable income in a given year. But be aware of the wash sale rule. If you sell a stock at a loss and then buy the same or a substantially identical stock within 30 days, you can't claim the loss for tax purposes. So make sure you're being careful about what you're buying after selling. If you're nearing retirement or are already there, tax planning becomes even more critical. This is where I want to remind you about gold IRAs. While selling stocks and paying taxes is one way to manage your portfolio, if you're serious about protecting your wealth and diversifying your retirement savings, a gold IRA can be a powerful tool. Thousands of Americans are opening gold IRAs right now to shield their wealth from the volatility of the stock market and the threat of inflation. If you're serious about protecting your wealth in the next 2 weeks, I highly recommend you check out the first link in the description for a free gold IRA guide. It's a step-by-step strategy that could make a huge difference in how you plan your retirement. The beauty of gold IRAs is that they offer a hedge against the stock market, ensuring that you can weather the storms of fluctuating markets and inflationary pressures. If you've already built a solid stock portfolio, you can balance it out with physical gold, which has historically been a safe haven in times of economic instability. And let's be honest, with the way the market is right now, you need to be considering all your options. Now, I know taxes can be overwhelming, but with a little planning, you can make your stock sales work for you. If you're over 59, and have a substantial amount of money in your IRA or 401k, I highly encourage you to consider a gold IRA to protect your wealth while potentially reducing your tax burden. If you've got 100k or more in your IRA or 401k, or even up to $5 million in savings, this is the perfect time to make sure your wealth is safe and working for you in a tax-efficient manner. In conclusion, the best time to sell stocks for tax purposes is when you've carefully considered your tax bracket, planned for long-term capital gains, and thought about ways to offset any gains with losses. But don't forget to consider alternatives like gold IRAs, which can offer even more tax advantages and security in your retirement. And if you're ready to take action now, click the first link in the description to grab your free gold IRA guide. It could be the smartest move you make for your future.